Call the meeting to order and call on Councilor Weaver to lead us in the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the roll.
Councilor Brown.
Here.
Councilor Weaver.
Here.
Councilor Broughton.
Here.
Councilor Watson.
Here.
Councilor Barton.
Here.
Mayor Lovelace.
Here.
We have a quorum to do business.
Approval for the January 14th, 2019 meeting.
Mayor, I motion we approve the minutes for the last meeting.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Watson, second by Councilor Broughton to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of January 14th. Is there any discussion, any changes to be made? Hearing none. Councilor Brown?
Yes.
Councilor Weaver?
Yes.
Councilor Broughton?
Yes.
Councilor Watson?
Yes.
Councilor Barton?
Yes.
Motion carries and the minutes are approved.
I'd like to welcome our visitors here today. I appreciate you being here. Next is approval of the agenda. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. The agenda is approved. I'll call on the clerk for the next item.
Mayor and Council, we approved the fiscal year budget for 2019 back in August, and there was approval in the reserve budget for 2.5% increase for salaries across the board as long as funds were available at that time. And we have made the assessment. The CFO, we've had discussions, the CFO and the Mayor Lovelace and myself, and determined that we do have the funds to stay within budget and do the increase. And so this would be to reaffirm that, say we've made our recommendation that the funds are available, and this would be to reaffirm that approval of the budget.
I make a motion to approve resolution number 19-0128.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Weaver, second by Councilor Brown to approve the 2.5% increase. That's resolution number 19-0128. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Councilor Brown?
Yes.
Councilor Weaver?
Yes.
Councilor Broughton?
Yes.
Councilor Watson?
Yes.
Councilor Barton?
Yes.
Motion carries and the 2.5% salary increase is approved.
Next item is approved declaration as surplus property, the sale of 3 police department vehicles. I think that's 2 Tahoes and
a Hyundai Elantra.
A Hyundai Elantra. And that's resolution number 19-0128-1.
Make a motion to approve resolution 19-0128-1.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Broughton, second by Councilor Barton to approve resolution number 19-0128-1. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Councilor Brown?
Yes.
Councilor Weaver?
Yes.
Councilor Broughton?
Yes.
Councilor Watson?
Yes.
Councilor Barton?
Yes.
Motion carries and the resolution to declare 3 police vehicles as surplus is approved.
Next item, I call on Connie Baggett to go over our Brewton events for 2019.
Good afternoon. I had left on each of your, at each seat there is one of these, a copy of the Brewton events for 2019 beginning in February. This includes major events from the Arts Council, the Chamber of Commerce, and city events as well. So you'll see February is going to be pretty active in March as well. The next thing coming up will be the Missoula Children's Theater that the Arts Council puts on, and they did their auditions, or doing their auditions today, and the 2nd is when they'll be doing their performance over at the community college. On the 3rd, we'll do Chalk the Town, which is an interactive artwork, almost a class and a demonstration with mostly children, but people of all ages are welcome to come to Market Park and participate in some chalk art down there on that afternoon from 2 to 4 o'clock. We provide the chalk, and then the kids provide the art. It's always a very fun thing to watch that sidewalk come to life there. And on the 7th, we have the Downtown Concert Series with Heart Station at 7 p.m. that will be over at the Hourglass, and a free concert that anybody can come and enjoy. In March, we have the Chamber Banquet coming up, and then Brewton Council of the Arts has an evening with Sean Dietrich over at the Community College at 7 p.m. 3/16, we have Come Fly With Me, which is a kite flying that we do over at Dogwood Hills. It was a big hit last year and had dozens and dozens of kids out there flying kites. So we provide the kites, or you can bring your own, and we'll have people there to help out. We'll have some hot dogs and lunch there that the fire department will help us serve out to everybody. So it should be a really fun day, and probably, hopefully, a good warm day with some breezes blowing so we can have a lot of fun outside that day. And as you see, April will bring back the Choo Choo Market. The season opener will be the 6th of April. Must Love Dogs is an event that we have at Gordy Dog Park where people can come and have their dogs compete in fashion shows and all kind of other events. A dog wash for paws crossed, so all kind of fun things for people to get together there. Downtown Concert Series again, and then Kick It at the Creek is in April. May, we'll have the gospel concert that first week, and then another concert a little bit later in the week. The Burt Corn Creek Mud Run is set for June the 8th, and the 15th we'll have the Blueberry Festival. The 22nd we'll have another concert with the Bayou Saints out of New Orleans. They're starting to get some traction nationally. They were just on NCIS New Orleans a couple of weeks ago, so some of the folks that we've been hosting here in town are making it big. That's always good to see. Marlowe Boys will be here in July. Then flip over to the back, the Battle of Burnt Corn Creek reenactment is on July 27th this year. In August, we have the Downtown Concert Series. September, another concert that month. October 11th and 12th, we'll have the Chamber of Commerce Rodeo. The 19th, the Cold Moon Festival will be that. This is a free concert downtown. The 30th and the 31st, we'll have Haunted Trail down in Jennings Park. November, Porch Fest will be the 2nd this year, so they've moved it to November, I think, in hopes to have a little more hospitable weather, because heat is always a factor when you're having it a little earlier in the year. The 7th, we'll have another concert downtown. The 10th, we'll have Veterans Day Appreciation, where anybody that wants to come and help celebrate veterans can come and have a free dinner there in Downtown Park with live music going on. The 21st, the holiday kickoff will happen downtown, and we'll have the Light Up Brewton, and the opening of our holiday celebration and holiday programming will be on the 30th. December the 6th, we have the Christmas Parade. The 7th and 8th, we'll do luminaries, and then we'll cap off another year with the Blueberry Drop on the 31st.
Any questions?
And there will be other events that are added throughout the year, and all of these dates are, of course, subject to weather and changing, but we try to keep everybody appraised when those changes occur.
And I think we're going to do, what, 4 fishing rodeos?
Yes, there'll be 4 fishing rodeos. As soon as those dates are confirmed, we will appraise the public of exactly when those dates happen. We try to schedule events as well on our social media pages. I know if you check Brewton Reborn, we try to create events for these so people can keep up with what's happening that way as well. Hopefully our message center will be up and running pretty quick, and we can have a lot of those dates back there in front of the public.
All right. Thank you, Connie.
Thank you very much.
A lot of activities coming up. Next, I'll call on Sarju Patel, wanting to address the council about Sunday liquor sales.
I was not smart enough to leave it on your desk. I need to have to hand it out.
Live and learn, Sarju.
I know, I need to learn faster. Good afternoon. What I wanted to tell you or start off with, the estimated tax revenue that I got that the city's missing out on, we have friends that have like gas stations and then some of the grocery stores. We just did a little sampling last Sunday and the Sunday before just to ask them, it's not based on, it's just whenever they made the sale, a lot of the clerks asked, what state are you from? They didn't specify Escambia County, but most of those, if they're in Century or Berrydale, most likely are from our county. So that's where I got roughly the amount of sales, and that was just right here at the border between Century, Berrydale, Munson, those little few gas stations there. We're not asking for a off and on premise license, and the difference, if you don't know that, for the restaurants. I'm personally asking for the off premise, which is what's been approved in Atmore and what Flamerton is trying to approve, which would include like gas stations, the liquor store, different, places like that you don't consume. Now, I think Atmore might be in the process of doing both, but that's, like I said, that's not really related to us and how we want to do that. We did a petition in the end of October and the beginning of November, and we set it out at different districts here in the City of Brewton. We got about 1,200 signatures in support over the course of about 6 days. So it definitely seems to be that the support's there from the citizens that we've got. I also talked to State Representative Alan Baker to see what the process is for us. And he said it's pretty simple. Or not simple, but I guess nothing's really that simple. It starts by unanimous vote from the council saying that they would be in support of this. And once you get that support and the vote for that, it's basically a vote to create the resolution. And once you have the resolution created, then you just forward that off to Alan said you could forward it directly to him, or you could forward it via email to all three of there's 3 people in Congress that makes up, I guess I don't know the word I'm looking for. I guess they decide whether or not to take it to the full Congress itself. And normally if those 3 have the full support unanimously from the City Council, they said it's usually at the most takes about a month and a half for them to pass it and get it approved. He said it doesn't really take too much. Now, in Atmore, and I'll be, because I guess it's public record with that, they did have, I think, one council person that did object, but it was more of a, I think they were worried about their constituents. I'm sorry, I can't even speak today. They were worried more about them, so what they did was he just abstained from voting, and then it was unanimous from everybody else. But I think whenever, I know Ms. Barton, you weren't here, I think Fred was here whenever we did the workshop on it, and from what I got question-wise, it seemed to be supported then, but once Congress came back into session, I think I have to just formally bring it up to y'all again, and then set a date if y'all want to address this to actually do a vote for that.
Back on this estimated tax, tell me, I guess what I'm asking is, are you saying you think Brewton is losing $22,000 a week?
Not in tax, that's sales. So it would be about 3, my guess would be between, depending on the percentage, it would be that, but that's how many sales, and that was, we have a friend that has like 7 gas stations between the Century line and all that. So he allowed me to do it with his clerks, and then I went and talked to the Piggly, well, is it a Piggly Wiggly still? Right there in Century when you cross over that, so the manager there let their cashiers ask, and he did it for the last 2 Sundays, and this is what it averaged, what their sales were. So I would assume, and this is just an assumption on my part, but I would think with it being NFL football games, it would be busier during maybe some of those Sundays. I don't know. It might slow down, like some people are heading to the beach. It might pick up on summer, and it could be people going elsewhere. But these were people that said they were from Alabama, purchased in Florida, that had alcohol in their, as part of their
purchase.
Right.
That's the total purchase.
Yes.
So, question now. The man just said that from Alabama.
Yes.
Okay, it doesn't apply Brewton people.
Correct.
So it could be less than more of Brewton people.
It could. And this is just the ones that they call. Like, obviously, they didn't, he asked me, do they have to do it I just told him just do a block from about what we would consider maybe selling, which I told him from 11 in the morning till about 6 and leave. It didn't include anybody that purchased before. It didn't include anybody doing after, because I didn't want, I didn't want their store to get slow from their purchases just because they're doing us a favor for me, or for us, I guess, so.
Any other questions? Thank you, I appreciate it, Sergeant.
No problem. Thank you.
Are there any other comments or announcements?
Motion adjourned.